Kami intro incoming. What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Kami here. We're back with another review over the patch. Perfect intro, Kami. Thank you. 2.01 update. Fire and Ice. This was going to be specifically going over the champion balances. Again, in the previous video, I was going to do it for everything, but it was just too much. Hell, that video is probably still incredibly long. This video is going to be really long because there's a lot of overhaul that they're doing. I want to reiterate that the majority of this balance is going to be centered around the fact that talents are being removed. There's no more 4 talents. There's just 3 talents. I had to do math in my head real quick. That's quick math. So we're just gonna fly through. We're gonna start with Androxus. We're gonna go over what the abilities are being changed, what talents are being removed, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion, if I really have an opinion, on if it's good or if it's bad. Androxus is the first one up on the list. Defiance damage reduced to 520. Good. Darkstalker removed. I mean, boring talent. Good. Cursed Cylinder, now the default talent. Boring talent. Get it out of the game. Cards, Abyssal Touch now scaling reduced from 1 second at base and 1 second every other level, and Spiteful new killing enemies with Defiance gets 3% ultimate charge, which maxed out at 15. Meh. Abyssal Touch, good change. Androxus, honestly, Androxus has been one of those champions that has been, his right click has been trash since day one. And when I say trash, I mean like not fun to use or just bad or overpowered. Like think about the right click with the triple round burst. It was either booty or it was the most overpowered thing in the world. Punch, useless or most overpowered thing in the world. I think that they have an opportunity to make a really cool right click with Androxus. He's kind of the poster boy of Paladins. Like he's the edgy, cool creature, the champion creature, pretty much creature of Paladins. And that if I had to choose a poster boy or poster girl of Paladins, it would either be Evie or personally, I think Maldamba. Maldamba should be the pride and just the highest accomplished of Paladins, in my opinion, for champion-based abilities and just uniqueness, fun to play, rewarding for good plays. Like it's the best champion of the game right now, just overall build. That should be the poster boy slash girl slash Apache helicopter of Paladins. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, Ash. Assert Dominance no longer applies knockback, but it stuns. So it essentially got the Rally Here buff. Rally Here's gone. That's fine. That's fine. It's not anything to really freak out over. And then she gets 10% lifesteal and increase your ammo count by 1, going up by 1 every time. Meh. Barik, hair trigger removed. It's fine. Tinkering for life. Brave and Bold, increase health by 150, going up to 5 times 150 is 750. I don't know what his base health is, but apparently he's now finally able to get up into like tank health. 4150. Wait, oh, he's 3400. Now he's able to hit the 4K mark. That's what it is. Thank you, Shash. Kami math, deal with it. Barik, fine, whatever. I think it's gonna be really bad if Barik is mandatory to run level 5 of this just to feel like a tank. They maybe need to look at his base kit. Bomb King, Demolition got removed. Not expected. It's weird, they said it's because Accelerant and Demolition both did the same thing, but Royal Subject sucks. Royal Subject just feels mandatory and it's a boring talent. That's one of my biggest gripes about talents. It's great that they're removing it and keeping 3 to make it so it's easier to get unique talents, but take out the damn boring ones. Death and Taxes, great example of one being taken out. We'll go over her in a little bit. I don't know. They also want to take out the ones that repeat and do the same thing. So Demolition and Accelerant both affected. Grumpy Bomb. Reinforced Casing, new ammo count. That could be nuts. Now that I think about it. And Uncontrolled elimination reduces your active cooldown. It's whatever. Reinforced Casing, I think Bomb King's one of those champions that if you get a couple extra ammo, like Khan, get extra couple ammo, whatever. Bomb King, get a couple extra ammo. You're like, oh baby, okay, that's pretty good. Still can't stack more than 6 bombs. That's fine. You're running Royal Subjects. You don't care about sticking. You just care about spamming the corners so they never get to come at you. Buck, talents. Bucking Madness is removed. One of the worst talents in the game. Thank you. Bounce House now knocks enemies straight up instead of away at an angle. I love this change. This change is amazing. Bucking Madness, or Bounce House went completely counterintuitive to what you wanted to do. He was literally just Grover reincarnated into a talent. Yes, because you want to do more damage the farther you are away, but you have to get close to your teammates to heal them. But if you get close to your teammates, you're probably getting closer to the enemy, so you do less damage. I don't understand why Grover still has this mechanic going on in the game. If anyone can explain to me why people are still okay with this, let me know. Down in the comments or down in chat. So Bounce House now knocking enemies straight up in the air. I think you get some crazy combos, some sick montage kills, you know, bounce, pop up, 180, snap. It'd be really cool, and I like this change. Buck, I think, is gonna go hugely up. I think Bulk Up was always pretty busted, and now Lian, Death and Taxes, and a lot of the cop being removed, like Buck's gonna be, expect to see a lot of Buck. From me, I'm about to bring that Buck back. I got training from Bitey. He taught me how to do curves in midair. Thank God. Cassie, health is reduced from 2300 to 2200. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Whatever. I think Cassie's busted right now. I still think she's busted. If you go to ranked and everything else that's busted is banned, out of the better but not busted champion. She's just a little bit higher up than everyone else. Talent just breathe removed. She can't breathe anymore. What happened? Kinetics now changed to hitting an enemy with blast shot grants ammunition. That could be nuts. You never have to reload. Awesome. Tumble increases your cooldown of increases your health by 50 for every level. Cassie's still gonna be good. I think Cassie's still gonna be good. Dredge, the shortcut now allows allies to pass through your shortcut. Freeboot is removed. So the ability to move your allies through your teleporter is now being taken out of the talent and putting into the base ability of shortcut. I think that's very cool. That might bring Dredge more up there, but the fact that he didn't get nerfed at all, like, that's fantastic. He's still gonna be banned every game, so it doesn't really matter what there's nothing else to talk about. Whoa, what is this? Broadside knocks you up for 600? That's nuts. I love that. What if you have that plus the extra jump speed, the jump height? Shenanigans will ensue, my friend. Drogoz, Worm Jets has often been regarded as the least attractive talent by Drogoz players. Helvian. Now, the impact of the talent will be more apparent and more diversified. Drogoz's ability playstyles. Available playstyles. His health got reduced by 200, Reign of Terror removed, and his new Apex Predator gives health, increases salvo's explosion radius, and increases the size of your fire spit. There's a lot of debate going on to what this meant, increase the size of your fire spit. Was it the explosion radius? Was it the actual fire spit? I think it's literally just the size of your fire spit. I want to go check out real quick. Let's go ahead and make a quick loadout for Drogoz. We'll give him the maxed out version of fire spit. It's gonna be hilarious. Rock Monkey tested the dredge jumps for 40 minutes. There's so much crazy stuff you can do. Check out the clips. Do I have broadside built in any loadout? Hold on a minute. I think I do. I do. I have both. Hold up. Check this out. So if you do something like bombs away. That's so good, dude. What did we come in here to do? Oh, Drogoz. Holy sh! That's a big fire spit. Oh god, it's probably a really bad thing to do. Let's check out Worm Jets. All right, so it feels, if you're good at managing your thrusters, it's so good. Like thrusting. Now you essentially, I think, if we just try to keep it alive. Yeah. You can essentially stay up in the air forever. The movement feels good. You get more of the mobility out if you hold it for a quick second. Oh god, I have so many gifts, dude. Thank you for the gifts. Drogoz Worm Jet's maybe not that good. He got nerfed. He can get shredded faster. I don't know. I'm not much of a Drogoz player. So Evie, talents. Reprieve has been removed. Over the Moon is now the default talent. Snow Globe now unlocked to Champion Master level 2. And Frigid Field heals for 50 seconds every second during Ice Block. If we go to look at champions and we go to Evie, we can see the Ice Block lasts for 3 seconds. So if you max that out, you get 750 health over 3 seconds. That's insane. Like if you make a build, like here's the best build in the game right now. Like I think that Evie is low-key gonna be busted. Like Wormhole plus this, 750 plus 375 times 2, that's 750. 750 plus 750 is 1500 health. I don't know. Evie seems like she'd be broken. Tyra's broken? Well, there you go. This is why you don't listen to Kami. I just think Evie's gonna be very, very good. She was one of the worst champions to play against when she used to be able to blink in her ice block. She was quite honestly just busted. You could blink in your ice block. She would just run in there, shoot you a bunch in ice block, and then blink out. And then she'd do the same damn thing later. Or Evie, better, be much better. Fernando, talents, Dragonfire Lance removed. That sucks. Kind of bummed out about that. Wish they would have done something with that to make it a little bit better. Scorch no longer deals increased damage at base. Scorch subsequent target hits damage increased from 30 to 45%. They changed Hot Pursuit to increase the projectile speed. I honestly don't think that really, maybe a 1 or 2 pointer. Maybe, probably not. What was Hot Pursuit? That was movement speed after you hit. No. Oof. So they removed Brand, and they like made it so it's gonna be rough. We'll see. But the reduced cooldown of the Fireball now doesn't do by percentages, but it does it by 0.6. It just makes consistent through other cards. Instead of you doing Cauterize, now it heals you, and immovable object while below 50% health receive blank increased healing from other players. If you are playing a tank and there is a card that allows you to take increased healing while below a certain amount of percentage or whatever, or while you hold up a shield, do it. Just do it. It's a free rejuve, dude. Like, rejuve is so good with how good COD is. Not only that, but COD's gonna be coming later on in the game because they have removed the innate COD of all the loadouts. So this makes the rejuve stuff so much better because it's gonna take so long for COD to come online. This maybe means that you get like 3 tanks that are just nuts. Like triple tank becomes that much better. Let me take a quick second. People hate burst meta, but before burst meta existed, it was like triple tank, double heals. It was, and people were like, Snoozeville, this is so boring. Now burst meta's in the game and they hate it. And I agree, they both suck. You want a healthy variety of different loadouts and different compositions that work. Just know that no one will ever be, not at any point will everyone be happy. There's always gonna be something wrong. With the cop being removed and all these stuff in the game, it's just, maybe it's gonna go back to an incredibly slow, boring stuff. So overall, Fernando, bummed out the Dragonfire Lance got taken out. Scorch not doing increased damage at the base kind of sucks. They kind of counteracted it with you hitting more than one target, but it's a nerf. It's a nerf because most of the time, like I'd say half the time, you're probably just hitting one target. You always wanna try to line up more, but you're not gonna be able to hit it all the time. They nerfed his hot pursuit. He doesn't get the movement speed when he hits a fireball, or it's the one where you charge. Can't remember which one it is. And they took out Brand. Like Fernando sucks. I don't know how bad he sucks, but he might suck really bad. We'll see. Furia, talent, celerity has been removed. Which one was that one? Is that the one where you get a bunch of dashes? That's fine. Memes. The memes they're gone forever. Hollow Sight, hitting Fire Strike causes you to not consume ammo for X amount of seconds. That's interesting. Fire Siphon heal. What is that? Fire Walker cooldown reduction increased from 0.5 to 0.6 and stroke the fire. Don't stroke the fire, guys. If you're stroking the fire right now, stop stroking the fire. Ridiculous. What the hell is Fire Siphon? Successful Wings of Wrath attacks heal you for, oh my. Furia, she got buffed recently. I haven't really played her, but she's still gonna be a decent healer. It's not a throw pick to pick a Furia heals. Let's just say that. Whatever. Pretty boring changes. Wraith has been removed from Grok. Shash is so butthurt about this. He misses Wraith so much. I say good riddance. Wraith was a meme build. All it did was, it was really good at pissing people off. If you enjoyed basking in people's misery, then you were probably upset that Wraith got removed. I don't care that much. A Spirit's Domain is, what's weird is that they removed the BK Grumpy one because it had 2 things doing the same thing, but Spirit's Domain and Totemic Ward kind of do the same thing. They kind of incorporate you to be healing. That being said though, Totemic Ward is more about your totem extra healing, and Spirit's Domain is more about to you healing them and shooting them. So that's cool. Totemic Ward is a default talent. Totemic Ward got nerfed though, and Spirit's Domain is nuts. I think Spirit's Domain is gonna be the best thing. Totemic Ward got nerfed because they're removing a lot of the CC crap in the game, and having CC immunity is good. So it's like a half and half. Like, oh, my totem heals for a little bit more, and you have CC immunity. Like, it's nuts. And being able to use that properly makes that talent the go-to pick when you need it. Like against a Makoa, for example. Overall, the Spirit's Domain change is actually nuts. He heals for a crap ton, and Wraith being removed. Good changes by Grok. Grover, the Blossom range is increased by 50%, and they removed Efflorescence. Amazing change. I love it. You can heal from farther away. That's awesome. And you also get an HP shield if you drop below a certain amount of health for a card, whatever. But like Efflorescence got taken out and the Blossom range got increased by 50%. I love it. Like now you just have one healing card and it's just good. We're good. The thing is, Efflorescence got removed, so you can't double the amount of heals you get by passive. So you only get the bonus healing when you actually pop the heal. I don't know if it's a nerf. It can't be a nerf, right? You get half of a talent for free. You choose another talent. It's got to be a buff. Hard to really say. I don't play a lot of Grover. I think it's a buff. Not as much as it would be if you got the bonus healing from Efflorescence, but it's enough for the range. Inara, Wrath of Stegalia has been removed. Literally unplayable. I'm quitting right now. It's closing the stream. Goodbye, everyone. It was a great stream. No, I'm kidding. It makes sense. Like, it's kind of cool that you'd be able to play your tank as a little bit more of a DPS player, but Treacherous Ground is still in the game. I hate it so much. Insurmountable, increase your ammo count by 1 and 1 every time you get up more. Fair enough. Inara is still going to be annoying as hell, still going to be one of the best tanks in the game. Jenos, healing in Paladins is an integral part of a strong team composition with burst healing options, especially it being especially important. As one of the only supports in Paladins without a burst heal, we felt Jenos was almost pigeonholed. Wouldn't they be pigeon-held? Whatever. Into picking Celestial Touch to maintain the healer identity, we moved to the portion of that burst heal to the base ability. So Astral Mark, there's no more Celestial Touch. When you heal someone, you get to heal them for an additional burst, which means healing the same target sometimes can be viable, even when you're running Luminary. You're probably going to be running Luminary all the time now. which means nothing has changed. Jenos also got a buff of a card, gain 50 health and then 50 every time you put a level in, and each second channeling Void Grip heals you for 50 and 50 additional every time. Whatever. I mean, the side reel might be something you want to use if you want to get up above a certain health threshold, going up against certain flanks and stuff, but so the Void Grip heals, man, the health might be pretty good, but adding in the Celestial Touch on top of the Luminary, it's gonna be pretty good. Does it make Jenos like back viable? I think so. With the burst meta going away and the cot going away at the very beginning, it just allows, like, I love having a heal on me with Luminary on a DPS dueling someone else. You just win. Khan. Overpower is now a skill shot and must be aimed. Missing Overpower provides 30% ultimate charge back to Khan. So you're at 30% if you miss. They also increased the Overpower damage from 600 to 900. This is one of the best changes in the game. It just makes it so people just can't do stuff for free. You can miss. That's huge. Is it still going to be pretty easy to hit? Yeah. They increased the range? Okay, so they increased the range too. That's what I thought. Like, at least when someone grabs me, I know that they just auto-aim me. I'm still going to get frustrated, and I'm still going to say it's the worst ult in the game, and it's the most frustrating thing, and you can't have any counterplay to it, but whatever. At least you can have the ability to, like, have a movement ability or something to try to dodge it. But who knows when he's just going to randomly hit that E button. Firing Line was removed. That is huge. And Vortex Grip is now unlocked at Champion Master 8. Khan's still going to be really good. The ult might actually end up being better, way better, because it does more damage, so you can kind of grab someone, and when you throw them, it does more damage, and it's farther you can do it. And if you have a decent ability to aim, it's just a buff. It's just overall a buff. But I like a skill to reward people for actually being able to aim other than just auto aim. But Firing Line being removed, I've heard that the Bullet Storm is actually sick. Storm of Bullets, whatever it's called. Kinessa, Suppression removed. Eagle Eye now unlocked at a champion. Okay, so Oppressor Mine affects up to one or more enemies with Octopressor. Open Season fully charged shots refund ammo. That's hilarious. And Lion Weight, 2 seconds regenerate 1 ammo. So they didn't do the one with a heal. I always thought the Lion Weight might be something decent as a level 5 version for healing, but they removed the healing from it. Okay, that seems fine. They tried to make the mines work, but they couldn't. What are you gonna do? I think Kinessa will continue to be okay, but so is Strix. Strix actually got nerfed pretty hard, and we'll go over that here in a minute. Maybe they're just equal. I don't know. Who knows? Koga's up next. Talent, Master of Arms removed. That's good. No one likes RNG or the ability to not have to use ammo. Dragon Fang's health consumption reduced. Huge. It was too damn hard to stay in your Dragon Fang's form. It just did too much damage. Dragon Fangs now unlocked at the Champion Master level 8. Blood Reaper, Cyclone Strikes charge 15% faster and now deal 100% of the target's health as damage over its duration. So Skewer got changed from it to that. Submachine Gun's ammo capacity removed from 70 to 60. Time in and out of Dragon Stance reduced by 15%. That's really good. Hellkite Claws damage increased from 600 to 650. Hellkite projectile speed increased by 10%, and Skewer damage now increased to 600 to 700. I think that the claws were definitely lacking, and making it so you can switch to it faster, making it so they do a little bit more damage, and making it so if you go the Dragon Fang's health consumption or whatever, then having that less is huge. It makes it actually a viable talent. The talent was pretty much booty. So the new Cyclone Strike charges 15% faster and now deals up to 100% of the health as its damage over its duration. So you guarantee kill someone, even if it's a tank. People love that. Surprise ammo regeneration reduced. Bummer. Hits of the Skewer restores health. Memento kills char. Give you ultimate char. Jesus. And then reduce energy consumption while in Dragon Stance. Okay. I think this is going to be a good change for Koga. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Who cares about Master of Arms? Adrenaline Junkie OP. And by OP, I mean this is actually fun. Lex. Abilities. The Law no longer slows hits enemies. The Law now destroys enemy shields. And Retribution now selects targets globally. You target your friends? That's bad. The Law 1 removed. Death Haste is now unlocked at Champion level 8. The Law is your ultimate. It doesn't slow people, but it destroys shields. So that's really good. Global means, okay, so I didn't know there was a distance at which you could find them. Yeah, I'm learning some stuff here, guys. I'm learning some stuff. Good changes. Buffs to him. Whatever. He needs it, right? We need more of him running around just being an asshole. Lian, talents, death and taxes removed. Everyone cheer! Pop out the boobly! Well, I got nothing. Here's some sprays. Woo! Can you guys see that? I sprayed water. That was fun, right? Pop the booblies. Death and Taxes is out of the game. Finally. Precision, now hitting consecutive shots and abilities increases your heirloom rifle damage against those targets by 2% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 16%, which means you need to hit 8 shots in a row to be able to do it. What if you miss? Does it drop it? How long does it? Oh, it's just for 5 seconds. Okay, never mind. So you just have to hit every 5 seconds to refresh it. I think that's it. No, but it says hitting consecutive shots. I'm so confused. Auto aim does not count. Does it refresh the duration if you hit multiple shots? And does it drop if you miss a shot? You can miss? Okay. I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. Eminence. Just go Eminence. It's gonna be so good. They fixed presence. It aims. It works when you shoot people. Shutting Topaz. Enemies hit by Valor reduces the cooldown of your presence. Cooldown Lian Eminence. Let's go. Lian change, amazing. She got nerfed obviously hard with the death and taxes, but overall, I think she's still gonna be really good. If Eminence is half as good as I think it's gonna be. And her cooldown cards, it's just nuts. Everything just works together. She's like a beautiful, well-oiled machine. Maeve, abilities, 9 lives now also heals by 400 on activation. I don't know, I think you still cleanse CC with Maeve. Let's double check here with the 9 lives. Not caught free, they changed it a while back. I play this game sometimes. Cat Burglar is now a default, Talent Street Justice now unlocked, so Artful Dodger got removed. Cat Burglar, probably one of the best talents for her. That seems fine. Davy Jones Locker removed. No, one of the most unique and highly rewarded top skill floor, skill ceiling. I just can't even say any more words. Thank God. What the f were they thinking when they made that card? Determination, now while below 50% HP, get increased healing. So what's weird, here's the thing that's weird, is they've removed the ability to have Wrecker and Cauterize and whatever. Why are you still able to get Rejuvenate in the loadout? Hell yes, bro, Makoa buffs. That seems so weird. All right, well, Makoa lost the ability to get CC reduction at the very beginning, but gets the ability to have Rejuvenate for free. You're essentially doing almost the same thing. You're making it so now instead of them not needing to buy Resilience and they buy Rejuvenate, now they have to buy Resilience instead of Rejuvenate. Why? Makoa's still gonna be amazing. Maldama, Ripen Gourd was removed. Rakona's Curse will now be unlocked at Champion Mastery level 2. Something in my face. Pungent Gourd now heals for 75 plus the 75 extra, so that's gonna bring you up to, oh God, 300, 450. 450 when you activate Gourd. That's pretty good. So if we made a loadout right now, we'd probably go with something like many Gourds. Obviously you max that out. Airy Presence, put that at a 4. That's a 5. Might be able to lower that a little bit. 3 and then Pungent Gourd. Oops, that's not what I want. Oh crap, you can't do that. Okay, well, no, there's no room for it. You'd have to replace Possession. I also did math wrong. It's not 450, it's 375. Shut up. No, Punching Gore's not that good. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. So Maldamba's still gonna be one of the best champions of the game because he's most unique and Maldamba for life. I ship Kami and Maldamba. Confirmed. Moji, Yummy is removed. Will-O-Wisp kills grant 8% movement speed. Moji is still literally a walking trash can. Pip, Mischief is removed. Catalyst now unlocked to Champion Master level 2. Whatever. Pip is still fun. Ruckus, Talent Overdrive removed. Aerial Assault now unlocked at the ready. Successful hits with the rocket launcher restores ammo. Not really that big of a change. Nothing to really talk about there. Seris, Restore Soul now also heals. So they took away Void Abides and they put Void Abides into the default base kit of Seris. That's really cool. I think she's gonna be busted. Like Mortal Reach plus Void Abides, hello? Like have you ever thought, you know, at one point you're playing Frozen Guard and you're like, man, I really wish I could go Void Abides, but I need this Mortal Reach. Wouldn't it be sweet if I got both? And Hi-Rez is like, I got something for you. What was the old one, 50%? That's not that much less. It's still pretty nuts. I mean, think about how much healing does Seris do? Seris heals for 1,000 health a second. Let's just talk about this for a second here. 1,000 health a second. So if I bring up a calculator, you're essentially getting 1,000 health for a second. Why am I bringing up math? It's fucking 300 health a second. 300 health a second. So you're gonna heal for 900 health over 3 seconds. What is Skye's health? 300 health a second, right? Skye's new, we haven't gone over it yet, but 400 health a second. It's not bad. It's not bad, dude. Did she get anything to increase the range of it? No. Ren Soul increases the ammo, or restores ammo, whatever. This is a huge buff to Seris. I think Seris is gonna be nuts. Sha Lin, Shifting Sands removed. Ready? Quicksand, reduces Impaler Arrows cooldown by 0.6 seconds. Reduce the movement speed penalty while drawing your longbow. That could be nuts, I think. Is Poise the old movement speed? Successful hits with the Impaler Arrow reduces the cooldown and plant it. Pass. Poise was the CC reduction, so you can grab that plus movement speed? Let's throw up my mouth a little bit. No more Shifting Sands though. Sha Lin, we'll see how he does in the new meta. I think that the movement speed is gonna be really nice. You can add 2 movement speeds, but that's too much. Like you'd have to have Poise at 5, maybe not Poise at 5, maybe like Poise at 3 or 4, and then like movement speed at a 4 or 5, and then Shimmer at a 3. That seems good. Like highly go around movement speed, that's where Sha Lin lacks the most. Could be good. I like Sha Lin. Sha Rin. Skye got a huge overhaul, for the most part. Smoke screen no longer interferes with enemies' lines of sight. I always talked about how I wish the smoke, if you threw a smoke in the middle and then people were on the outside of the enemies were on the outside and then you were on the outside, that it would block, it would block line of sight, but you can see through it. And it's got a lot of weird functionalities comparative to other stealth mechanics, and they talk about that, and it's applied in a very jarring and unclear way. So they were like, you know what, screw it. It no longer interferes with an enemy of line of sight because, you know, ninjas use smoke screens to heal people. Like, what? No, I mean, ninjas don't use smoke screens to go invisible. Ninjas use smoke screens to create a diversion and make movements and stuff. It seems totally counterintuitive to everything you'd ever know about a ninja, but whatever. Apparently this guy's not a ninja. Smoke screen no longer interferes with the enemy's line of sight. Amount of visual effects on smoke screen has been reduced. Now smoke screen will grant stealth every 0.5 seconds while Skye is within the deployable. Smoke screen will now refresh the benefits of healing vapors and dissipate every 0.5 seconds. That's pretty nuts. I'd say it's a buff. Surprise attack has been removed. Smoke and dagger is now changed. Now smoke screen will now heal allies inside of a 400 health every 1 second. That sucks. Smoke and dagger were probably one of my favorite talents in the game. Like using smoke screen as an offensive ability was just fun. And now you get to use smoke screen in a different way. You get to heal. That's pretty cool, I guess. It just goes completely counterintuitive to what Skye is, and she's like a bursty flank. Like I just don't think that works, dude. That just doesn't work. That's not where you're supposed to be positioned. You're completely like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I just don't think it'll ever work. It's nice and it's cool to like add that little spice and be like, look what you can do with Skye, but it's like, stop it. Go behind them and kill them. Quit trying to heal me with your 400 HP a second. Get out of here. Healing Vapors now also heals for 100 over 100 health over 2 seconds. So that got buffed. That's really good. You can get that up to 500 over 2 seconds. So it's 250 extra heals a second. And does smoke screen even heal you, or does it just heal your allies? You have healing vapors. Okay, fair enough. Skye can't really flank anyway. You just debilitate. That's true. I mean, debilitate just wrecks, but you want to be behind them though. I mean, you want to try to be like to the sides of them. Dissipate buff now lasts 2 seconds. Dissipate now grants less movement speed because they can proc multiple times. Hitting poison bolts causes you to not consume ammos. Decrepify could be nuts. Decrepify could be nuts, but I'm not sure. Twilight armor increases your ammo count by 2. Quick smoker cooldown reduction from 1 second to 0.6. Inspector's duration increases smoke screen reduced from 1 second to 0.6 seconds. This guy got a lot of things changed. It's hard to really say, but I think that the smoke screen, not that big of a nerf. Like people never really used it that way anyway, and it was more just to get the hell out of dodge. She doesn't have the built-in cot, so that's gonna hurt her a lot, but she still melts with debilitate. So final answer, buff. Talent ambush removed for Strix. Unauthorized use no longer reveals. Increases projectile speeds by over double what it was already. And the flare lasts for longer for overburn. I mean, unauthorized use needed to be nerfed, and it got nerfed by not allowing it to reveal anymore. Because that's why it was overpowered. You could have a flare 100% of the time and have wall hacks. They removed that. Now it just does damage. Kind of weird. Like crack shot does the same thing as unauthorized use now. It's weird. Don't know why they removed ambush. Like now you're stuck between unauthorized use and crack shot, with both do the same exact thing. Kind of like help you deal with flanks. Now you're stuck with what? The one where you like regain stealth faster or like decay slower? Blech. So maybe Kinessa's best sniper. Ship them. Kami and Kinessa. I'm done. Talus, Raging Demon removed. Inner Strength damage reduction removed. Inner Strength is now a default talent. Inner Strength removing or losing the damage reduction kind of sucks, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. Like it was nice, but I think that the talent, the reset of your abilities was was the good stuff. The biggest thing is going to be hit with Talus is Antediluvian is being knocked out. The more and more cots being knocked out of a lot of loadouts, I think we're going to start to see if the base kit and the base talents of said champions are actually good. Like how much did that built-in cot really matter? If we see over the next month that Fernando falls in the trash, Talus falls into the trash, and Lian falls into the trash, then we're gonna have an issue where it's like we screwed up from the ground floor up, and we need to start looking at to see what numbers we need to adjust. So I'm excited to see what happens there. Increase the duration of your overcharge Antediluvian. I think honestly, yeah, I think we might want to put, that's another second. That's a lot of DPS though. His overcharge is busted, dude. Like I think Talus, in my opinion, its overcharge needs to be nerfed. Honestly, it's so much damage. Terminus's power siphon is an incredible powerful tool at Terminus's disposal, and the freedom he has to use it at any moment given he has the resources makes it difficult to gauge when it's right to attack him. So power siphon now has a 3-second cooldown. Remember I said Moji's like a walking trash can? I think that right now Terminus is a walking trash can with this nerf. 1, because they haven't really fixed any of his bugs. There's still a lot of bugs with him, and 2, 3 seconds? Like 1.5 seconds. 2 seconds at the most. Probably too much. He's just a bigger trash can than Moji. Successful hits with the blast grants power siphon energy. That's pretty cool. That would be nuts, being able to do that in between charges, like, you know, putting your thing down and then swinging, or having it watches an abomination, having those maxed out, and then being able to drop your siphon and then bring it back up immediately after a swing or a right click. Yeah, right, dude. That would be busted. So for those changes to go through, then that change needed to happen, but I still think 1.5 seconds is enough. We'll see. I think it's gonna be awful. Torvald. Alternating current is removed. Thanks, Grandpa's now the default talent. Rune Torrent, every second channeling nullified generates ammo. Glyph of the Feast, increase your ammo count by 1, and then elimination to reduce all active cooldowns by 8%. He's just gonna be a walking Q clicker. Dorvald's still fine. Tyra. So Helvian has said that Tyra's busted. Mercy kill with a strong frontliner kill option had trouble finding a place since Burn Monster already allowed you to effectively counter them. We've reworked it to a grenade launcher charges, giving Tyra a much more flexible pocket and burst she can pull out to finish opponents and help in duels. So not only does she have a default 15% lifesteal, but Mercy kill allows you to have 3 charges. 3 charges! I thought that said 2. You get 3 charges. How much damage does it do? Well, that's busted. That's busted, dude. You just right click them 3 times and they die. I don't know, dude. That's insane. Hunting Party is unlocked at level 2. Activating Firebomb restores ammo and kills grant 5 ammo. Might as well grab that one, because you're gonna be killing people a lot. Oh, you're saying the loadout where she gets damage reduction every time she shoots a nade? So you can essentially keep that up at all time, plus you get a flat 15% lifesteal, plus you have the burst of the 2100 damage coming out? Yeah, pretty busted. It's gonna be the first time that I've thought to myself, we need to ban Tyra. And saying it seriously. Viktor, firefight's been removed, thank God. The burst, okay, so here's something that I'm pretty sure has been like, I think could go down in all of FPS's, just think of every first person shooter you've ever played, every third person shooter. Think about buffs and nerfs, and think about a buff you've seen and you're just like, that's such a small buff. This seems so small. I think this could go down in history for the smallest buff I have seen in my whole entire life. The burst mode time between shots and bursts is decreased from 0.07 to 0.05, which means when you burst, it takes 0.02 seconds faster to finish that burst. But the burst mode time between bursts has been increased by 0.02 seconds. So you're like, oh, they just equal themselves out. But in the rare circumstances in which you needed to finish a person off and a person was running and you needed an extra 0.02 seconds to finish off that burst before that giant rectangular hitbox got behind the corner, this buff is for you. I still think it's probably one of the smallest buffs I've ever seen in my life. It's a nice quality of life change. You couldn't even say it's not really a buff. It's taking 0.02 seconds out of somewhere and putting it somewhere else, but it's whatever. Gain 8% lifesteal while on Iron Science. That might be something you want to grab. Who knows? Viktor, the same. You're still going to be running shrapnel. Just run shrapnel. Just do it. Get over it. Get over yourself. Vivian, separate rounds has been removed. That's rough. One of the main reasons you run Vivian. And you get lifesteal from runic ammunition. All right. Obviously, record, built-in talent. I get it. But I didn't really think about that. Like, why the hell do you run Vivian anymore? You don't. Willow, Scorched Earth is removed. Score now unlocked at champion level 8 mastery. Why is everything level 2 and this was level 8? Pixie Dust heal increased from 25 to 50 and Nectar heal increased from 50 to 75. I think it's like the heal when you like use your right click or your dash or your whatever. Willow's still Willow. I think pretty bad right now because of her nerf to dead zone damage thingy. Ying, lifelike has been removed. I can hear hundreds of Ying mains in the background crying slowly. Oh my God, it's so sad. There's nothing we can do about it though. Lifelike is gone forever. Life Exchange now unlocked at Champion Mastery level 2, and Resonance is now unlocked at Champion Mastery level 8, and Brittle cooldown reduction has been reduced from 0.7 to 0.5. This needed to happen. Yes, thank you. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the talent itself needed to add in a 1.5 second cooldown to it, because this nerfs Resonance too. So who knows? So overall, I don't know if that's the way that I'd like to see the change coming to nerfing Life Exchange a little bit, maybe building it more into the talent. That being said though, I think Ying's still going to be one of the best healers in the game. Zhin, counter no longer deals melee strike upon receiving a hit while active. Counter now fires an Inferno Blade projectile at the player's crosshair location upon receiving a hit. Counter damage increased from 560 to 600, and the spite range is slightly increased, which is like I'm assuming how far you dash before you ult something. Now you essentially have to aim with your right click. That seems nice, and you don't have to get up in people's faces. I love it. I actually like that change, even though it's just like, oh my God, Genji much? And like, yeah, whatever. Genji had a better mechanic than what the counter for Zhin had, so they switched to it. Good for them. Successful hits with Master Stance counter reduces the cooldown of your whirl, so you can get that up to full 5 seconds. So you counter something, you get 5 seconds off of it. Seems pretty good. And Viciousness ammo gain from 1 to 2. Now, Viciousness is when you successfully counter, right, because Retaliation is not in the game anymore. Retaliation is removed, Smolder now unlocked, and Perfect Block heal is increased by more because Retaliation got removed. Makes sense. And that's it. That's gonna be the end of the balances for champions. What did we learn? We learned that quickly scrolling through from the bottom top, people that are noteworthy, either they just became absolute dumpsters. Vivian was borderline a dumpster. Now she's a stationary garbage can. but she can't even move. Rest in peace. Tyra is a walking boomstick. Don't stand anywhere near her. She's gonna burst you for 2100 damage and have infinite 20% damage reduction. I wouldn't mess with that if I were you. Terminus is a buggy walking, kind of, but like in a buggy way. He's more floating. He's a buggy floating trash can. Good for you, Terminus. Skye is she's like a dumpster walking around that's invisible that has a giant question mark on it, because I have no idea what the hell's going on with her. Sha Lin, Sha Ren, deal with it. Seris, I think, is gonna be a very good healer. I think they've done such a good job at balancing healers to where they all kind of do their own thing and they're all kind of viable. Not only is Maldamba the best made champion in the game, and I think he's probably one of the best balanced champions of the game, but they also, that whole support group, I think, is really well balanced around. And if they can get the supports balanced around Maldamba and then somehow figure out damage related to the healing, then that's good. They need to get everything done at once. They get the healing, they get the damage reduction, they need to get the HP, and they got to get everything done all at once to make a good game. And it's hard because you change one thing and it throws something out of whack, and you change that, and then that changed something out of whack, change that, and then that screwed up the first thing you changed, and it's like, whatever. Ruckus, he's a floating trash can that can like burst up in certain, Moji, still trash can that moves around on a dragon that likes to poop, and apparently if you stand in it you get healed, so that's cool. Step and poop. Makoa is still busted. Lian, death and tax are removed. We don't know how good it's gonna be. Eminence OP, come at me, change my mind. Koga got a complete rework. Hellkite Claw is now more viable. That's good. That apparently helps out in consoles, so the submachine guns aren't so OP. Khan, you actually have to aim. Thank Goobers. Inara, I don't know. Just take a trash can and just draw some rocks on it, or throw some rocks at it. That's what we do. Grover still has the most confusing mechanics into his base kit, where you have to be farther away, but then you have to be closer to heal people. I'll never get it. Grok's Spirit's Domain, really good. Fernando lost Brand, that sucks. Evie, I think, is gonna be so good with the amount of healing she can do from Wormhole, from the Flicker, and from the Frigid Field. Drogoz' Fire Spit card is a mandatory level 5. Dredge could be something sick. Broadside, Spyglass is busted. I don't know what the hell they were thinking there. Like, I think you could do some really funny things there. Cassie's still good. Buck's gonna be really good. BK, get rid of Royal Subjects. Barik's a short guy, and Drox has got nerfed. Yay, I think that's about it. Let me know what you think down in the comments about all these changes. Do you think something stuck out that I didn't really mention about? Did you make it through the entire video? If you did, kudos. I think it's like, what, 40 minutes long? I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm not gonna be one of those people who asks you to like and subscribe, so I'm not gonna ask.